TW23 on EA Sports. And up next, we'll see the 2021 rushing champ, Jonathan Taylor. He really helped drive them a week ago with a 3-touchdown game. It's the Chargers and the Jaguars, and it comes your way next.
It was once just an idea until breaking ground in November of 2016, and now here it is in all its glory. Spectacular SoFi Stadium here in metropolitan Los Angeles. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Royal Blue.
Alongside Charles Davis, and Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. It's been a great start to the season, back-to-back wins to begin the campaign.
Yeah, you don't want to get too excited. There's still a lot of season to go, but they've come out playing good fundamental football, and that might carry
Ooh, Kayvon! You back home, baby.
They too were winners last time out, so something's
Oh, I can't wait. Kayvon, you back home. Let's see how you eat. You back in LA.
Have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by last year's Super Bowl champion QB in his 14th NFL season now out of Georgia.
Receptions will make it 4.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never
Let's go.
the receiver publicly.
So on me, baby. Out there defending. Stop playing with me, boy.
I should have a perfect game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Stafford. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. A shotgun snap for Stafford.
Oh.
And
Yeah. Defend that, baby.
Scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 4th down.
Just staying, young D. Just staying.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Fielded at the 33. 7 yards on the return after a punt of 39.
Trey, baby.
Let's go,
Trey. Let's go, Trey. Let's go, Trey. Let's go, Trey. Let's go, Trey. Let's go, Trey. Let's turn that around. Goddamn. 1 touchdown, boys.
And I think it's safe to say that, and I heard him say it in the post-game press conference, that was a team win last week because he didn't really play up to his normal standards, throwing 2 interceptions.
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't offset it at all, but the team found a way to get it done.
Throwing on 1st down is Lance. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end.
Nigga, don't give it to us. Don't give it to us. Okay, I'm gonna put 6'4" Chase out there by himself. I'm going with this nigga like he a little
Certainly
nigga.
no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play to attack the
with
middle
this
of the
nigga.
field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Pretty much unreal. Not just in terms of yardage, Charles, but also throw in the 3 touchdowns as well.
When you put the whole package together, I can make you a pretty good guarantee right now. He's going to see a few more people in the box every time he lines up.
Yeah, I don't think that the defense has any choice. They've got to stop him. Can't let a repeat performance like that.
Agreed.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They run once more with Taylor. And he is close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Jaguars 30. This defense for the Jags, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
Well, let's face it, when you hold someone to just 6 points in a game, the feeling that you have among your team is that you're not going to lose very many of those. That's the way to get it done.
And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. The Chargers at 2-0 here to begin the season. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
Well, this is a defense that's definitely on their heels now because they gave up the running play for good yardage 1 play ago. Now the pass here sets this offense up first and goal. They're going to have to dig in strong now because they've been in retreat so far on this drive. This offense on the march.
They'll run here with Taylor. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Second down and goal. Lance, the quick slant caught. Touchdown.
Too much pushing for George Pickens, baby.
Touchdown on the season. And the Chargers will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Well, Charles, he's still a young single caller in this league, second year in the NFL. I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him go up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the second-year quarterback.
And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Now, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
With the right play.
That too. And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense. So they've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game. And now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back, and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Brandon Cooks. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by York is up and good. And we are tied at 7. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it culminates in a Jags touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded right off the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. And no doubt he's come out of the gate strong. Only in week 3, and you see the numbers thus far.
And we always talk about identity, setting a tone, you know, getting the groundwork laid for the season or for a game. And that's what they've done with the running game so far. It reminds me of when I first went to the University of Tennessee. And believe it or not, I was a quarterback for a day and a half. And the first practice session, the first play we ran was 28 pitch, which is a toss sweep. And I remember the offense coordinator saying, that's our identity, that's our bread and butter, that's the basis of our offense. We got to get that down right here, right now. I think we're seeing some of that in this running game here.
So did you not get that down, and that's why you were moved to the defense, or what?
I don't know for that reason, but I do know I saw a couple of guys throw, and immediately they were saying, you know, you need to learn how to...
Oh, come on.
You turned into a heck of a DB, though, partner. And Taylor, I don't think he got there. No, he did not. Unable to break free, and he's marked short.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beef eaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Well, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. And now they'll throw with Lance.
Oh, come on.
It's intercepted.
Oh,
picked up by Leighton Vander Esch.
Okay.
And the Jags are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. After the interception, here's Stafford. And going deep for Hill. And this is inside the 5. And he's going to get this all the way down to the 2 before he's wrestled out. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 49 yards. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Throwing is Stafford. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try to hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter. But that time, they were up to the challenge.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Our score after 1. The Jags with the football to begin the 2nd quarter. As they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Once more Montgomery. And good work there defensively. So
let's go.
Keep him out of the end zone.
Big dogs.
Gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal. Defense didn't budge on 3rd down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what?
Oh, yeah.
It's an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call an offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it
defense
extra with a field
Trey,
goal.
And anytime you get the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021,
we got it. We got it. We got it. We got it, baby. Go out there and run that O. Go out there and run that O, baby.
And don't let them put some points on the
board. Trip. Ooh.
They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. That's to about the 28.
Oh.
Second down coming up.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Holding. Offense.
Of course. Let's go. You ain't tripping. You ain't tripping. You know what it is.
The right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he'll get this past the 20 as he gets about 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Throwing on on 2nd and 14.
Oh, come on. Ooh, thank you, Claypool. Lance, come on, my boy. Like, it's not that. Come on, boy.
He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're saying.
Hell yeah.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Come, hey.
Down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Bruh, come on now. He should be able to throw a slant, bruh.
Just about every throw. Forced a few
Come on now.
in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
I don't get it. I don't get
it. He gets this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So here are the Jaguars to take over on offense. Last week they got the victory against the... This one as well as they begin things here 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And some room to roam now. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? 5 defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a
double
it. A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the smaller defensive backs when they're blocking downfield.
And we saw that advantage right there. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 2nd down. Now Stafford. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
I would say it would be a good idea for him to reintroduce himself to his receivers at the half because they're definitely on different wavelengths. But I also don't advocate waiting that long. Next series before you get out there. Hey, let's get together, guys. Let's get this thing moving.
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Darren Holmes. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. Well, how about that? The defense's first sack. It doesn't come from one of the usual suspects up front. It comes from the secondary.
Yeah, I think they caught the quarterback off guard a little bit because he wasn't able to account for the possibility of that blitz and change the blocking assignments. He comes through and puts him on the ground.
43 yards rushing for him now to this point. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. To throw is Stafford. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So he'll get nothing out of that play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. York able to send this one through. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth, and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Shotgun now for Lance. And that is incomplete. Boy, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down. And they'll go for it. Lance. He's got a man open. It's Chase Claypool. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Here's Lance. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And the Jaguars will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT. To Montgomery to begin the drive. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Stafford. Forced out to his left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Going up the gut, Montgomery. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Stafford. He is going to find Hill here. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 28. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now a first down throw. Stafford. Outright, this is Boyle, the tight end. He'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Now it's Stafford. His pass caught at the 4. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
Touchdown! Kylan Granson. As the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by York is up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. We'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lock. Well, Lance throws the interception, his third. Eddie Jackson picks it. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to a backup.
York able to send this one through, and that will do it for this first half. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Taken at the goal line. He takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Trey Lance leading his offense out for this next drive. And he's looking to take much better care of the football here in half 2 after 3 first-half interceptions.
We don't have to just look strictly at the numbers here. You know what else happens to a team when you turn it over 3 times like that? It erodes confidence in you. And it erodes confidence in the offense. And now you have the defensive guys looking over and saying, what is going on here? And instead of playing for the team, they're playing angry and mad at their teammates.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 42 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Again, it's Taylor. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run. But the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Able to slither by. And some pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44. 16 yards on the play as they try to chip away at this 16-point deficit. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Running left, Taylor. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Harrison Smith. And the Jags are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Stafford on 1st down. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Rashawn Gary that time fighting free and getting to the quarterback.
Rashawn Gary is a player who's gotten better and better in each of his 3 NFL seasons. And last year, his biggest jump yet with 9.5 sacks and a couple of forced fumbles.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. A nice little gain. The Chargers trot out their dime package, expecting a throw on 3rd down. Here's Stafford. as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on third down.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Returnable here from the 38. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Locates Claypool on the crossing route. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen.
Ball start. Offense.
Andrew Thomas, former first-rounder from Georgia, called for the penalty there.
Still first down.
A full start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Triple 38.
Lance now to throw. Flushed out right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Personal foul. Unnecessary running. Defense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Lance looking to throw it. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Play action, now it's Lance. Sliding out of the pocket. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. So they'd converted their first 2 4th down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2,
gotta be
lobby for that
confident.
3rd one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
Greg Newsome up to make the stop. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
throw. Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. When those extra defenders on the field, dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit into football.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. That's pulled in at the 32. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And out will come the offense as they take over. L.A. readies for its next possession. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. 2nd and 9. It's Charger football, but they trail here as we get going in quarter number 4. They'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been...
The throw for Claypool is in it. Eddie Jackson picks it. And the Chargers are right back in this football game.
Pass interference. Defense.
Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, there'll be marginal yardage against them.
Lance now on first down. Over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 98 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Taylor, and the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. They go to the ground again with Taylor. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Desperation time here. Lance. And this will be caught in the end zone for the Chargers touchdown. Chase Claypool. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. They'll let Taylor try and run. And they will get back to it in 1 score as he is into the end zone. And the lead's cut to 8 here in the 4th. And that almost makes it a brand new ballgame. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
Here comes the Jaguars. They get set here. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Here's where this crowd can really help make things difficult. It's 3rd and 3. Stafford. That's into the hands of the tight end Boyle. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. Back to Montgomery on 2nd down. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 43-yard line. This offense so far on 3rd down, 9.50%, 4 for 9. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun, here's Stafford. Out right to Hill, complete. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards there, good enough for a Jags first down. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. A give to Montgomery out of the gun. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. After that run, still a good amount of meat on the bone here for this 3rd down play. Can you envision them putting this in the air?
Totally. I mean, look at who he has under center right now. If you can't trust him with the football, you can't trust anyone. And frankly, to me, I want the ball down the stretch. Get the first down, keep it in the hands of my offense. I don't want to turn it over to them and rely on my D.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And he's going to miss this one wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and this will stay a 1-score game as the lead holds at 8. Things just got interesting. They tried for the long field goal there to salt this one away. They don't get it, and now a little time for the other guys to mount a late drop.
Well, they thought their kicker would put it through the post and finish this one off. I'm sure they discussed pooch punting it and letting their defense take over. Well, the defense now has to make it stand up, but they didn't get the best field position because the ball comes back to the line of scrimmage.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Lance back to throw. Open man is Komet, the tight end. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. Here's Lance. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Lance looking to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
But that incompletion reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Let's go.
Lance and company going on 4th down. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Jaguars have just about sewn up this football game. Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Stafford down to a knee, and with it, he's going to ensure his guys a victory. So with that mean 3 weeks in the books, and they creep above 500 now at 2-1.
You know, I played with a guy once after taking a knee at the end of the game, and he came in and grabbed the equipment manager and said, make sure you watch that spot, special, because I just took the knee for the win. That tells you how much guys enjoy that, because getting a win, no one takes it for granted.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville, and it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough.
Why would I ever have to cop a chain a game when the QB chain birthed most of chains in the game? No post office, we stamping time. Took a slice out of the big apple, made apple pies, family size. Leather bombers and Nike